Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be turning two tops into something completely different. Here I'm taking just a simple plain black t-shirt and we're going to upcycle it to be a little bit more flattering. We're going to show some shoulder. And I'll link my inspiration down below from Orly Shani, the DIY designer. She's amazing. Go check her out, guys. And yeah, let's get into this video. So far here, all I've done was spread out the t-shirt, fold it in half so I can find where the middle is, and make a mark to cut straight across. So underneath the sleeve, just straight across. Now be mindful of the length of the shirt. The customer in particular that I'm doing this for has a short torso. So I measured out her torso and a little bit more to turn it under for a rolled hem. So keep that in mind. You also want to keep the sleeves. Don't throw them away because we're going to attach them to the square piece that we just cut. What I'm doing now is cutting the sleeve all around the original seam. Just be as neat as you possibly can because you want to use as much fabric as you can here. Now that I finished cutting the sleeves, I just want to lay everything all out so I can kind of envision what I'm about to make sure everything is lined all up and it's going to look exactly how I want it to look. And after I add the elastic, it should look a little something like this when we're all done. This is the top half of the shirt that I cut off. I'm thinking about using it for either another piece or maybe adding it to another design of some sort or making my mother a laryngectomy bib. I haven't decided yet. Now we're going to add the elastic to the upper bust and the sleeve. What you want to do is get the accurate measurement of the upper bust and the bicep of the arm. This is how you get an accurate fit when it comes to the elastic scrunching up the way you want it to and fitting on your body and not falling off, because here we're not going to create any straps, so the fit is very important here. This is totally optional, but I'm just trying it on to see if I need to cut any more of the sleeve, because sometimes it can create like a little curve or a different shape that you would want if you just cut a straight sleeve and not make any design modifications, like cutting it straight. So I just wanted to make sure with how I cut it that it was going to lay on the arm properly. Here I'm inserting the elastic for the arm. What I want to do is a roll hem just to secure it in place and lock it in its casing, leaving a little gap to pull it through later with the safety pin. After you've pulled your elastic through, tied the knot, and squished the elastic through all the way and made it even, go ahead and tuck that knot in and make a stitch right there in order to close up the gap. Repeat these steps for the bust and you're all done. It was difficult to differentiate front from back, so I went ahead and sewed a label in. To attach the sleeves was make a stitch vertically along the seam edge and placed it where I wanted after I tried the top on. I hope you're still with me here. Up next we have our second DIY upcycle. I wore this shirt a few times before just as is, and I thought it was really, really cute. It was something that I thrifted, but after wearing it a few times, now I kind of feel frumpy, not very ladylike or sexy. Like, that's just something I'm going for now, a little bit more sexy these days. So I'm about to sexy this up. Stay tuned. Now guys, because this is a totally different shirt, it's a button down, I just wanted to make sure that the length was okay, make sure it wasn't too short where I'm cutting it, because we're going to cut the top half of this too. So as you can see right here, I pinned where I thought was okay to cut, and I left enough for seam allowance as well. So don't forget that, whether you're putting it under a half an inch, quarter inch, or an inch, whatever's best for you, whatever really your elastic will allow you to do. So have that in mind when you're cutting it. Okay, y'all, so unlike the first project, it was okay to have a little bit of a curve on the sleeve, but with this one, I think it'd be a lot better if it's just a straight rectangle. That way it could just lay over my shoulder and it just be really pretty, even with the elastic. So let's try it. Now we come to the satisfying portion of making a rolled hem along the entire bust and sleeves. Just make it one continuous stitch and leave an opening for your elastic. Also, because I have a button down, I want to stitch the front close maybe like 2 or 3 inches just to ensure that it won't fly open on me.
Well, pretty, Mom, sister.
Thank you.
It's pretty. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it.
Alright, thank you so much for watching the entire video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos.